We already know that a verb in the perfect form describes a completed action, that it uses the to have verb, and that it usually has an ed ending. We're now going to examine the present, past, and future perfect verb. These are simply found by looking at the tense of the to have verb to decide whether it is in the present, past, or future. The present perfect verb uses has or have. The past perfect verb uses had, and the future perfect verb uses will have. Let's have a look at some examples of perfect verbs. Can you work out whether they are present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect? They had visited their friends. The verb is made up of had visited, so it must be a perfect verb. Notice the verb is based upon to have, and it has an ed ending. Okay, so is it present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect? Well, it uses had, so this tells us that it is a past perfect verb. Right, let's look at another. He has cleaned his room already. Has cleaned is a perfect verb, and has tells us that this is a present perfect verb. Have you started to remember the difference between present, past, and future perfect verbs? Here's an example of the future perfect verb. I will have broken the world record if I can jump 1 metre further. So what's the verb in this sentence? Well, it's will have broken. Here is the to have verb, but this time it has an en ending rather than an ed ending, as break is an irregular verb, but it is still a perfect verb. So will have tells us that this is in the future perfect. There's quite a lot to think about here, so why not print out the perfect verbs crib sheet to help you remember? So, a perfect verb describes a completed or perfected action, and it is made up of 2 or more words. It must use a form of to have, and it usually has an ed ending on one of the words in the verb. To decide on the tense, you need to remember has or have are present, had is past, and will have is future.